yesterday to this morning. That has been the issue. So if it was made in private,
and now it is public,
now it's
that
public.
is a reason for you to condemn it.
Yes, because I mean, if you say that a man confided in you, telling you something which is personal, if the person is dead, you're not supposed to come out and talk about it, at least for the respect of the person's memory. I mean, if you're a friend of mine and I confide in you in an issue, I expect you to keep it, I mean, a secret if possible.
And if you're gone, I mean, you will not have any opportunity to come and defend yourself.
Because that is a point, because he's not even alive to defend himself, whether he truly said that or not. So now it is his word against nobody's word. And that is rather unfortunate, because to us, it is washing away the good deeds of the former Vice President Alhaji Aliu Mahama. And that's what makes us feel sad.
The foundation also says that there was never a situation where Alhaji Aliu Mahama was favored or discriminated against. Can you hazard why this issue is coming up now?
Yes, I mean, that is a concern that we have again, because we believe that he was the running mate by then to President Kufuor because of his capability and his competence. And he said his 2 terms as the vice president of this nation, and everybody bears witness to his performance as the vice president within the 8 years. So you could see that he was not appointed because maybe he was a Muslim or a northerner, but because of his competence. So it wasn't as if he was favored, but he was appointed by then as a running mate who became the vice president because of his competence and performance. And to us, that's what needed to be celebrated, and not because of where he comes from or his religious affiliation.
Let's look at the late Vice President Aliu Mahama. He didn't do too well in the presidential primaries after Kufuor left office. Perhaps can we justify these comments by Alhaji Haruna for being the truth based on these observations?
Well, I mean, anytime this issue comes up, that has always been a reference point. But I always say that knowing Alhaji Aliu Mahama the late, I mean, I worked with him before he passed away. He's someone who believed that, I mean, we are in a democratic era, a decision is taken, he has to go by it. You agree with me that even though he lost the election, he was still following the candidates around by then, candidate Akufo-Addo. He was following him around to campaign. I mean, there were other people who stepped aside. He could have said same, after all, I've served as a vice president for 2 terms, let me rest and take a back seat. But he didn't do that because he decided to continue to serve his party.
So what proof would you need to convince yourself that Haruna possibly was saying the truth?
Honestly speaking, I'm not interested in the truth or the lie. My interest is that the gentleman served this nation. He was an honorable man. He was a noble man. And unfortunately, he has passed on. Let's allow him to rest in peace. We don't need to be dragging his name into our political terrain. And even if we talk about him, I believe that we should rather talk about his good deeds. We should talk about the good things that he has done. This man served for 2 terms, and he has touched a lot of lives. I'm a typical example of that. And there are a lot of things that he did to help the nation as a whole. We just celebrated his 4 years anniversary last week. We should have been celebrating him and be talking about his good deeds rather than dragging his tribal issues and dragging his name into this political arena that we find ourselves in.
Dr. Samuel Kojo from Paul, we're grateful for your time.